So, how y'all doing? What's going on, guys and girls? Hope your day is going well. Turn that down a little bit. What's going on? Still need to turn it down a little bit. There we go. That's better. There we go. What's going on? Oh, man. So, happy Monday. What's going on? Hope your day's been well. Happy Monday and all that good stuff. All right, so I know it's been a day, and Marcus O'Dare, thank you very much. Thank you very much. 12 years, man. 12 years. 12 years. 12 years. 15 together, married 12. I'd call that an accomplishment. I'd call that an accomplishment. Would you use that? Yep, yesterday it was. Yep, it certainly was. Yes, indeed. It certainly was. Yep. Appreciate it, guys and girls. Alrighty. I'm married 1 year ahead of you. I got you. All right. What's going on, guys and girls? What's poppin'? What's good? Excuse me. I meant to pop down to this one down here. There we go. What's going on? So, yeah. You know what? I'll go ahead and pop over to here real quick. Don't mind me. Not that scene. Good grief. Not that scene. This scene right here. Sorry about that. Don't mind me. I was in 14 for a moment. Trying to wrap up some things here before I jumped over to 16. But that's right. That's right. Don't mind me. Just sitting in 14 for a minute. Knuckles is lurking. Yeah, he does that. He does that. He does do that. Let me ask you something. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear the PS5 sound okay? Can y'all hear the PS5 okay? Sounds good. Very good. Very good. Nice and clear. Very good. FFXVI, what's the difference? Ha! The difference here is I'm just getting my chores out of the way real quick. That's the difference. Don't mind me, just getting the chores out of the way real quick. You know, the important things that keep things going and whatnot. There we go. Don't mind me, just sending my retainers off to make me money. Another cool thing you can do in this game. Yet another cool ass thing. Volume's a bit loud. I can turn it down. There we go. How's that? Is that better? That's another reason why I had 14 on, was I wanted to test the sound. That was another reason. Just wanted to test the sound before we jumped into things. So, yeah. You know the sprouts? Yeah, there's a few of them back there. Just about 2 or 3. So, yeah. That was the other reason and whatnot. I'm trying a different audio setup here to see if it'll improve things. But I do want to give a special shout out to Rated Dooku, who I did not ask him to do this, but this is very kind of him nonetheless. Is messaged me and said he is sending me another capture card. So that was very kind of him. And I very much appreciate it. So thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. That was nice, yeah. That was very, very nice of him. It really was. Yeah, that was nice of him. So anywho, now that I see that sound's going okay for now, we'll see what happens. Dinged me while I'm working. Oh. There 27. What's up, me Ace? How you doing? Subscribe. Neck. Oh, you got your copy of 16? Nice. Gold Seller spotted in game chat. Yeah, I saw him. I saw him. Don't worry. Somebody'll take care of him. Somebody'll take care of him. I saw him. So, don't worry about it. Somebody'll take care of it. Alright, I'm gonna lower myself a little bit because I realize the limit break gauge is a little higher up there. Alright. Yeah, they still come around. And that's why you report them. That's why there's a special command in there. Especially, there's a special command in there designed specifically for reporting real money transactions. Y'all hear that okay? Granted, this is soft music that's playing, so don't use this completely for your judgment. It is very soft music that is playing. All right. Where were we? Let us continue. Yoshi P's not going to implement a 14 token. I know. Oh, Yoshi P, get with the times, man. It's all about squeezing. Come on, Yoshi P. It's all about squeezing your customer base out of every nickel and dime they have. Get with the times, Yoshi P. /S. Congrats on your 10th, man. Or Torgal will be growling at something.
Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
Uh-oh. He's growling at the gate. Something is afoot. Oh, no!
What happened here?
Oh, y'all about to die for this.
Imperials! You'll pay for this!
We've got a live one.
What are you doing here? Answer me!
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
God, that's a cool ass limit break. Alright, you know what? Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try something. I am going to try and see if I can get a little bit better at try to get a little bit better at dodging. I'm gonna swap this over to, let's see, not that. I'm gonna just pop this over to, oh, I'm in combat, can't swap them out yet. Okay, once I'm out of combat,
Thought
I'm
you
swap
could
them.
escape us, did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one! Kill all the ducal dogs!
Ducal dogs? They were innocent people! Finished!
Get him, Toro.
Not this time.
It's over.
Stay down. Finished.
They're everywhere. Hold up.
Sword, bearer or no?
What's up, Fern? Uh-oh.
All must burn. The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annibella's command.
Seems Mother Dearest decided to make a bitch of herself.
My mother ordered this.
Your mom's a bitch.
I know.
Clive.
Wait.
Oops, a daisy.
Not this time.
Oh, yeah. Woo! 12K. Sit down.
That's it.
Hell yeah. Satisfying as hell. Satisfying as hell. And why is it a Final Fantasy? Because Sakaguchi himself loves it. And if the father of Final Fantasy loves Final Fantasy 16, then it's a Final Fantasy, and Twitter can shut the hell up. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, no!
Sorry, Lady Hannah. You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
Oh no!
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
Jesus.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew East Pool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
Damn, bro.
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
Good
In
man,
that case,
Clive.
we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Jesus, bro. Why does the sword that Clive look like has the one that He-Man uses? It kind of does look like the sword of Grayskull, doesn't it? Uh-oh.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka has a message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
He wears yellow. I already don't like him. You hate to be the party pooper, but desync? Seriously? Jesus Christ. Alright, just let me know and I'll unplug and plug back in. I don't know what's causing it.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
There was some echo. Is there still echo? Is the echo still there?
Hello?
No. Oh, okay.
What do you want?
I just want a thing, dude.
Got it. I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
And what do you want? Go on, then.
You are an adorably yellow dress today, and I am willing to accept that I am, in fact, slightly evil. Oh my god. I knew it! I knew as soon as I said that, there was gonna be one of you in the chat that wore yellow today. I knew it. I knew it.
Come again.
Now I am the fool. I am now the fool of a took.
Not bothered either way.
I am now the fool of a took.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick
What would Vegeta say in this instance? And there it is!
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance.
That's right.
It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Aww.
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be...
Clive is quickly climbing the ranks of, like, my favorite Final Fantasy protagonist. I swear to God, he is such a great character. He really is. And Jill is wonderful too. I swear these two are great. These characters are just great.
Expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
Oh,
What
hell
trouble
yeah.
are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Yeah, I'm down. I am down. Earlier. God, that's beautiful.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the Blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the Black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Is this
Your Radiance?
Hello.
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
Ah, okay, so he's the Emperor. It's the other main theme of Final Fantasy. Yeah, it's the, well, people often construe that or mistake Prelude as the main theme of Final Fantasy, when in fact it's actually not. No, the, that's actually the, that's the actual theme of Final Fantasy. You hear it in 1, you hear it in 4, you might hear it in 3. But we've heard it. We didn't hear it for a good while. You did and you also hear that you hear it in 14 at various points. The prologue in 1. Yes, but technically that is the main, that is the Final Fantasy theme, not necessarily Prelude. Or what's labeled as the Final Fantasy theme, it's that. Prelude is just that, it's Prelude. Yeah, it's in the end credits of almost every number game. It is at some point in, yeah. Just about all of them, yeah. But, yeah, it's made, but yeah, you hear it in 14. Can't remember if it was in 15 or not, but, yeah, that's the theme. That is the one.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
He's about to go on a conquering spree here.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean.
Oh, no.
It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
Yeah, shame all around.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost?
And what of our legions? Shall we raise the Fyrds?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
Wow, dude. This guy loves the sound of his voice. Well, he is an emperor.
Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
Oh.
As you command.
It makes perfect sense that the Holy Empire, it makes perfect sense that their dominant icon would be Bahamut. It makes perfect sense that it would be Bahamut. You know? Let's see. A nation occupying the northern reaches of the continent of Storm. Within the great city of Oriflamme and as its capital, Sanbreque is the realm's largest theocracy. So, big old church. And home of the Mother Crystal Drake's head. The empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor, the one true goddess made flesh, according to the Gregorian faith, who is served unquestioningly by the sworn knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more commonly as the Dragoons. So yeah, the Dragoons worship Bahamut. Say it in a way. Dion, we saw him earlier. Firstborn son and loyal subject of Emperor Sylvester, ruler of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, or whatever, however we're going to say it, as well as leader of the Empire's most elite fighting force, the Dragoons. Dion is also the dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light, and has often been called upon to summon his icon in defense of his countrymen, most recently in the year of the realm 873, when Odin took the field against them in the Battle of Belunas Tor. Battle of Belunas Tor was a conflict fought between the Holy Empire and the Kingdom of Walud in the year 873, having lost vital territory to Sanbreque, forces 8 years earlier in the Battle of the Twin Realms. The Willoters launched an assault on the eponymous peak, looking to regain a foothold in the Imperial lands on the opposite side of the Strait of Altha. Both sides fielded their icons, and in the ensuing showdown between Odin, Bahamut, and entire Sembraquois, would it be Sembraquois? Since it's Quois. If we're going with the French enunciation here. Yeah. Legion was lost, and the Willoters regained their outpost on Storm. Oh, okay. So Odin took that. Sunbreak. It is Sunbreak. Oh, it's not Sunbrake. Okay, I got you. Sunbreak. Thank you. Appreciate that. Which makes icons and 16 different from Eidolons and Primals. The icons, different from Eidolons and Primals. Well, Primals was the real name of the icon. Icons were what they were called by, you mostly heard them called icons in 14 by, not the Beast Tribes. Their real name is Primals. Icons was just another name that they gave them. The Garleans mostly called them that. The differences is the icons in 16 are housed within hosts or dominants. And dominants can utilize their ether and power for their own uses and things like that. They can take on semi-primed forms where they can, you see things like modifications to their flesh, like, like the dominant of Garuda, she could sprout wings and stuff like that. Ifrit, dominant of Ifrit takes on more, demonic features with more fire and whatnot. And then when they are fully primed, they assume the form of the icon and their, and all of their size and whatnot. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's a completely transformed state instead of you're a summoner and you call upon the beast itself, Yeah. Let's see. Icons, primals, aeons, eidolons, all names to the same thing. Though how they work may change depending on the Final Fantasy. Like Terra Branford for 7. Kind of like, yeah, the best example actually is Terra. Yeah. Actually, yes. The best example actually is Terra from 6. That's very true. Because Terra, while you did have Magicite, like in 10, not necessarily in 10, because Yuna, not necessarily like in 10, because Yuna actually summoned the creature to the battlefield, but Yuna was still there. It's closer to actually to what Terra did in 6. Terra, while there were summoned creatures in 6. Glacier Wolf 1990, thank you for the Shui membership. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Enjoy your emotes and your badge. Appreciate it. While you could summon the Eidolons, or I can't remember what they were called in 6, through the use of Magicite, Terra was the only one that actually could assume the form of an Eidolon. So she actually had an Eidolon form that she assumed. So it's actually closer to what Terra did in 6. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. But when Terra first did it, she was berserked. But as time went by, Terra did learn to control it. And by the end of 6, she couldn't do it anymore. So, yeah. But yeah, if I were to draw a comparison over what is this what are the icons in this closest to? Terra from 6. Yeah. Espers, thank you. Gosh, they've been called so many things. Espers, thank you. I mean, I'm technically still right with Eidolons, but yeah, Espers, thank you. Espers. I knew it started with an A. Whereas primals in 14 consume the ether around their surroundings, causing them harm to the environment and life around them. And you're right, Wesley. But as you learned in Endwalker, if you've never played Endwalker and don't want spoilers, mute me right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, one. We learn in Endwalker that all of those primal summonings that actually caused harm and destructions were actually not the true way to summon those primals. And there actually was a true way to summon them without causing environmental harm. So, yeah. You can unmute now. Chat, y'all can let the muters know that you can unmute now.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying?
What?
Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing.
The crystals are... Wait a minute! Is he saying that the crystals drain ether? Well, that's inspired by 14. That is very inspired by 14. Holy shit. So the mother crystals... Yeah. Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Valisthea. They're the source of all the crystals that the people of the Twins rely on in their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with ether, making the magics the crystals cast even more potent. For these reasons, great nations have sprung up around the Mother Crystal and have long warred with each other for possession of their blessing. But then you look at the Deadlands. Barren waste bereft of ether where no life stirs and magic is all but unusable. Here both earth and water are stained black, preventing any seed from quickening. In recent years, the blight has spread ever more widely, displacing whole nations before it, driving once peaceable fauna to violent desperation, and leaves silent devastation in its wake. It's like when some people accuse Hydaelyn of being. Mako is life strain, the crystals absorb and make the life strain, uses the life strain to use magic. Ether. The life force of the land and the source of all magic. The amount of ether a spell consumes depends on its strength, with those manifesting more potent forces over a wider area coming at a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more ether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to cast more powerful magics. One might use a small ratioed shard to grill a fish, but will require a large municipal crystal to fire a blacksmith's forge. Extracting Mako ruined the environment. Those crystals are like sponges that suck ether, I guess. Which is the opposite of what they were saying about the mother crystals here. Because they were saying here that the lands surrounding the mother crystals were rich with ether. But now we're seeing up on the map that there's all these portions of land that are having all of their ether sucked dry.
All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air.
Right.
And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
Right.
They're one and the same. Although, admittedly, this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size.
Wait.
As to where it's all going, mind? Well, I can't know everything, can I?
Someone or something is using the mother crystals to draw the ether out of the land. It's not that the mother crystals are inherently evil, it's something or someone's using them to draw the ether.
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Maybe.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
That's the question.
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
Definitely. There we go. The truth is inconvenient to the people in power. Just like those, just like Shinra. Just like Shinra with Mako. The thing is, here's where it gets complicated, and this is where I know I keep going into the active time lore, but I'm not apologizing. Here's where it gets complicated, and here is where I loved 7 Remake bringing this up. Was Barrett technically correct about the damage that Shinra was causing the planet with how they sucked up Mako with their reactors and whatnot? Was Barrett technically correct? He absolutely was. But then the president of Shinra brought up something that made the solution not so simple. He brought up, and what would you have people do? Just give that up? Do you know how badly impacted their lives would be if they just lost this source of energy? You would completely upend their way of life. So even then, the solution was not an easy one. Because think about it. If let's say all the reactors shut down and nobody could use Mako energy anymore, how could people utilize the necessities like powering hospitals, growing food, things like that, the things they needed to survive? Pet and Mako Power is how they got technology in that world. Absolutely. So even then, it's like, you can't just replace this overnight. He knows no one would give up on their comfort. Well, it was more than just giving up their comfort. It was giving up their very way of life. For example, I'll compare this to I'll use another comparison in real life. Ready? Gasoline versus electricity, as far as, or a natural, or resources like oil and gasoline versus natural resources like sunlight, wind, and electricity. You can't just is it true that utilizing things like oil and gasoline and stuff like that, that it's bad for the environment, but also that these are finite resources? Absolutely. Yes, green power versus fossil fuels. Do fossil fuels harm the environment? Yes. Are fossil fuels a finite resource? Absolutely. But you cannot just say, stop doing this now, and expect everything to just be replaced overnight. You know what I'm saying? Because 1, people will resent you. 2, the amount of inconvenience that it would cause is massive. 3, I'm trying to find my words here. 3, it's not feasibly possible to get everyone to switch on the fly because you need the technology in order to utilize things like green power and stuff like that. So yes, like Pinksy to say, you have to figure out an equal and consistently reliable output with green energy. Exactly. And you have to gradually shift over to this. You can't just quit cold turkey. So yeah, it's how the world has been for the past 100 years. You can't just change like that. Exactly. Change isn't immediate. Change has to be done over time. And the biggest thing is, it will make people grumble. I'm all for renewable energy. Oh, me too. But absolutely, and the world should work towards that because one, it's cheaper, and then in the long run, it'll be cheaper. Two, it's better for the environment, and we should protect the environment because we only have one planet to live here. And three, renewable energy is just that, renewable. And the more renewable it comes and the better technology is developed to make it affordable and more widely used, the better society will be. But who does that inconvenience the most? The people that Jill just brought up in this conversation that they're having. Or that Sid brought up. The people in power.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch.
Here you go. Sid sees the bigger picture.
Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose.
Sid sees the bigger picture.
So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Hell yeah.
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye.
Ah!
But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Ah, you really. It's people who also rely heavily on the crystals. They know nothing about creating the minimal amount of understanding that a Boy Scout learns. Well, again, yeah, and the thing is, like, the regular populace, it's not their fault. Like,
Don't mind me.
It's not
Just
their
taking
fault,
a quick
you know?
breather, ain't I?
Like, it's just what they're used to. It's like using fossil fuels. Majority of it, it's just what people are used to, you know? It's just what people are used to.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Oh. Oh. Hello. You can't expect the average human to have the big brain that Sid does. We're all given various strengths and talents and deprived of others, yeah. Yep. It is said that one's own limits, are made to be broken, but that doing so is easier than said than done. Fortunately, there are ways to convince the mind that such improbable feats are not only possible, but rather within reach. This tonic gradually fills limit break gauge for 30 seconds. Gib!
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
It's a limit break pump pot. It's limit break drugs. Hell yeah.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't tires bore bile tea.
Isn't that just coffee? Yes.
Just go and see Otto, will ya?
All right.
All right. Mughal!
Well?
Okay.
So, what'll it be?
Oh, darling. Gib.
Should last you a good while.
Huh. Okay. Let's see, a dark side has technically that goldwork sash would give me more, but I can't make one just yet. But I can go over here and buy one. All right, let's see what this sword looks like. Oh. Hold on, let me go into photo mode so we can get a better look. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. 16 needs a renewable power source. Already bears and dominance as citizens help. It is just a thought. My insane mind. Ions are basically the ether masses. The problem with using bearers and dominants as the replacement for crystal uses is the more that bearers and dominants use their magic, it inevitably kills them. So, yeah. That's the problem with using... That's the problems that bearers and dominants have. The more magic they use, the closer to death it brings them. Accentuates the outfit perfectly. 16 needs to bring these designs to 14. Oh, Yoshi P already said, he's like, oh, he already pretty much was just thought, oh no, you're fine, Kyo. It's good conversation. Good conversation. Yeah. You know, they already hinted at there's going to be some collabs down the road anyway, so hey. Use magic, get petrified? Pretty much. Use magic, get petrified.
Look what the curl dragged in. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
All right.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
In real life, you want to dress like him.
Make it quick. So, what'll it be?
Can I reinforce this goldwork sash?
You can thank me later.
Not yet.
My best work, it'll do.
Okay. Let me compare here. Really? My median cross is still better. Holy crap. I'm gonna sell this thing.
Yes? What? Go on then.
Before I sell this, is there a reason to hang on to previous weapons? Basing your earlier theory, betting someone using the mother crystals instead of crystals themselves, I'm betting royal dominants are extending their lifespan with them. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. Is there, it's okay. Collection, now is there like an in-game reason besides holding on to them? I hold on to the Invictus just in case. I think I might hold on to it just in case. If you can sell a weapon, it's okay to sell it. I remember a few being mats to make better ones. You know what? I'm gonna hold on to it just to be safe. Except for that, I'll sell that.
Buyer. Finished, are you?
Some members of Zelda, those are the ones you need. Okay, I got you. Oh, they sold the guild bugs over. I got you. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see how I do without the ring of timely focus on. I am going to. Anywho, what was I saying? Right. Mastery. Yeah, mastery allows you to, mastery allows you to assign it to any icon. Yeah.
You've lost a letter.
The Grange, you can always
Nothing
remain
too
please
important,
purpose
I
I
hope.
suggest holding on to.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up.
Right up.
That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Sid's gonna make a lightning rod out of that courier. Yeah, he is.
Sure he doesn't.
Sure he doesn't. Sid gonna be like, you what, Zap?
The letter won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
Sambrek, gotcha. Sambrek. To Sambrek. To Sandbreak. You know why I really like this music right here that's playing? Gives me Chrono Trigger vibes.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open. Good. Looks like I'm in the right area. More of the lost supplies.
It's $80 for 7 discs. Whew.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. We've come this far. Might as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you?
No.
Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper.
Oh, no.
No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
That's the last answer you want to hear. The dog got it. Cloud's like, oh crap. Excuse me,
looking to be
gents.
a fine harvest this year.
What the dog doing?
Hi, Collier. Did Master Quentin summon you? The shad's all salted and smoked.
Dog, no!
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. But he's waited long enough already.
He like, hey!
Hopefully this will keep our career out
He
of
like,
trouble.
hey, Gib!
Good boy.
I love how quickly this songs can change. Oh, yeah. Ah. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Just having a little cocktail there. So P can't win. And that's why, and that right there is why Tears of the Kingdom will not win Game of the Year. You can't pet the dog. Literally unplayable.
There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies is one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Torch your ass.
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter.
Oh!
She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's
Sid
away.
had a kid?
You never mentioned a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here. For your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Who's the mom? Yeah, who's the mom? Exactly. Who's the mom? See, oh, we got another one up here. So from what I saw someone say on Twitter, do the side quest. All of you volunteer to be the mom.
Never this late.
Girl.
I can't help but fear the wood.
Girl. Bad.
Where are you, Randall?
Oh my God.
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. And you know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then I ask a favour of you. I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon.
Traipsing.
Will you go and find him for me?
You think Raptor Chan has already called dibs on that? Raptor Chan cannot call dibs on Sid. She already called dibs on Estinian. Which, if Pinksy ever does get back into 14 and makes it to Estinian, we might have a brawl over that.
I'll do what I can.
And I'll just watch.
Thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him
Randy!
lost. He's been working for Krimson, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
Make it an FC event. Yes. The fight over Sid. It all depends on what job Raptor Transitize Dual Pinksy has. Pinksy's probably going as a white mage. Which means holy spam for days.
But how did the grocer know his daughter? What can I interest you in today? Good day.
Sun's setting fast.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege.
Bard, true.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass.
Lobert.
I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Now, where'd that dummy get off to? Randy!
How many have I had?
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
What's up? What's up, Itzilda? How you doing? Can't officially say I've made a stream live now. Yes, you have. What's going on? What it do? How you doing? We're looking for Randy. Randy! Getting lost all the time. Oh, that Randy. Oh, I love that thing. Randy the Goof. Yeah, Randy the Goof. Speaking of how great this game is, Darkside Phil decided to say that this game is too linear and boring, and that the big climactic boss battles are stupid, and that the mature themes in this game are just completely unnecessary, because every time a beautiful woman jumps up on screen, the guy just like shrinks back into his little hermit shell. But I'm just like, bro, god damn, you a 40-ass-year-old man, Jesus Christ. Like, damn, bro. Love the Jaudikaloo. Oh no. Yeah, no, seriously, he is like that. Like, seriously, he's like that. Oh no, there's women's on the screen. Oh my god, something bearing tits is on the screen. Ah! God, what an actual, like, I'm like, bruh, I know you a married man, but if you're gay, just come on out of the closet. I mean, for real.
You all right?
Hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us.
Somebody punched you in the mouth.
Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but the sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
What? Is he still punching? And that will be when the day comes that YouTube should ever collapse. God forbid. But should YouTube ever collapse and there's a final top 10 moments in YouTube history, that'll probably be like number 2. Oh, God. While begging for shit on stream. Oh, hi, fellas!
Goblins.
Let's dance!
Why am I not surprised?
Oh, hit this. Oh my god!
It's over.
I need Genghis. Okay, gotta get better about dodging.
Garuda, let me come here.
God, I love hitting that. Oh, that's so fun to hit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I especially landed my favorite hot take on the subject of boring boss fights in Final Fantasy in the general channel and Discord. Which one? Let me see. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. That's great. Oh, I'm not playing it on stream. I'm not. No, I'm not. I think my personal downside of the game so far, I'm like 50% through, is that there's not enough fights I feel like I need to use more than 1 to 2 abilities so I don't get all the fun combos. Well, yeah, you know what? You got to make the combos fun, you know? That's why I like about this fight style. That's why I like this type of gameplay style, is you can get as fancy with it as you want, you know? You can be as basic with it as you want, or you can get as fancy if you want to pump big numbers. So that's why I encourage people, get fancy. The fancier, it's the Devil May Cry way of things. The fancier you get, the more numbers you pump. Oh yes, sir. Whoa, dead body.
Sorry, Randall.
Oh, poor Randy.
Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
I like how people were saying that cinematic fights are boring. But all the old one button pressing in the old Final Fantasy games, that was seemingly peak Final Fantasy. Well, it's because, look, when 7 came out, people screamed, "Not my Final Fantasy," even though most of those people hadn't even played Final Fantasy. When 12 came out, people screeched, "Not my Final Fantasy." When 13 came out, people were like, "Oh my god!" And they still shit on Lightning to this day, even though Lightning is not the problem with Final Fantasy 13. The main problem with Final Fantasy 13 is not even in its linearity, because let's be for real, majority of Final Fantasy games are still linear. The problem with 13 was timing. Some questionable camera controls, but also timing. The dynamic of what people wanted in RPGs had changed to more open world sandbox. 13 just had bad timing. You know, people still to this day screech about 15 with it being bro trip the game, you know? The thing is, this is not the first time Twitter turds have screeched, "Not my Final Fantasy," you know? But the thing is, and I said this the other day, Final Fantasy has evolved since literally number 2. No Final Fantasy game is like the other. You know? They're not. 2 is not the same kind of game 1 is. Yeah, you know, yeah, those were turn-based. But 2 is not the same game as 1. 3 is not the same game as 1. Like, all the linear narrative is fine. Linear narrative and linear gameplay is fine. I personally don't mind a linear game. I really don't. That's why I love games like Metroid. Yes, I know the exploration and all of that is open-ended, but it's still a linear path, you know? That's why I don't mind games like, that's why Demon Souls is one of my favorite Souls games. There's a direct path, you know? There's dungeon-style places that you go through the Archstones, and it's a one-way path. I don't mind that. The open-endedness of it is that you choose which one you want to go to first, you know? You know, that's why, like, I mean, even Bloodborne's the same way, you know? Shoot, Dark Souls 1 is open-ended, but there's still a linear path. You still have to do these things. And if you don't do these things, you will not beat the game, you know? It's just a little more open-ended on how you can do them, you know? 10 is basically a hallway corridor. Yes, it is, but you don't hear people complain about that. Shoot, 6 is pretty linear until you get, like, closer to the end, you know? 6 is linear. 4 is linear, you know? There's only a few instances in 4 where you can go explore, but, like, for most of, like, 4 and 6, there's a direct path, you know? You know, talking about the old school YouTuber made a video heart take of not, regarding the heart take of Not My Final. Oh yeah, Jesse Cox, yeah, I saw that he posted that. Yeah, Tales of Arise is another good linear game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with linear games. I've always said any game with main story to discover is going to be pretty linear. Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's like really nothing wrong with that. Shoot, people tend to forget this. Final Fantasy VII is very linear. You don't get to explore the world, literally, unless you are just, well, even then, even if you try to go out of your way with it, you really don't get to explore 7's world until you acquire the airship. And even then, you're still limited in what you can do. But for the most part, your time in Final Fantasy VII is location to next location to next location to next location. I mean, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. People want to act like Final Fantasy games have never been linear. I'm like, they all have. Literally, the only two that broke that tradition really were 11 and 14 because they're MMOs. You know? they want non-linear games, people might want to play visual novels or actual sandbox games. Yes, exactly. You want the most non-linear game ever created? It's called Minecraft. It's called Skyrim. No. Skyrim and Minecraft. That's what I like it. A well-crafted story told in structure. Exactly. That's why I've always said the formula of like an episode of Looney Tunes is always one of the best formulas. Beginning, middle, end. And there's nothing wrong with structure, you know? There's nothing wrong with structure. There really isn't. There really isn't. Pretty much always going to be the case for heavily focused, story-focused games. That's what I'm saying. These people are bitching and complaining about, I can't believe this Final Fantasy story-focused game is linear, and it's like, you think? Really think about what you just said.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the South Gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave. I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
Had you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work. And he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
Gee, thanks. Quentin, man of business. Business, business, business. Yeah, we have a huge problem in the Mega Man community. The game is too much like all the others. We get something different, everyone goes, this game is too different. Yeah. Legends was so good. Legends was great. You know? Legends was great. If anything, that was the next, in my opinion, Legends was the next step to take the Mega Man games. Like, the fact that, this is what kills me, the fact that with X7 that they didn't learn from how Legends was made is the biggest reason why X7 failed so hard. If they had just learned, if they had just followed the structure and design of how Legends did with Control and just make it better, X7 would have been amazing. You know, it really would have. Like, you can, Mega Man can be done. Mega Man can be done in 3D, but you have to change the dynamic of how the game works. Because Legends didn't play like the other Mega Man games from a Control standpoint, you know? It didn't. Because it can't, you know? There's a reason Sonic hasn't worked in 3D for so long, and I know people will say Bud Adventure and Vintage 2, and I'm like, it still didn't work there either like it should have, you know, because it's basically corridor racing. The biggest reason why 3D Sonic has not worked the way it should have is because Sonic games in 2D is basically a one-way shot through each stage. They tried to transition the same into 3D, but they forgot to do one thing. They forgot to carry over the physics of what work in 2D into 3D, and sometimes those physics don't completely work. The reason Frontier went off so hard is because they transferred a lot of those physics from the 2D into the 3D. That's why his control scheme in in Frontiers worked so well, because that's what Sonic needed. He needed to be open world. That's what he needed. And now they finally figured out this is what works with Sonic the Hedgehog. The reason Mario works so well in 3D is because the reason Mario works so well in 3D is because the things that made Mario work in 2D transition easily into 3D.
What do you want? Anything else?
Because let's just be honest here. Mario gameplay is not complicated. All he had to do was
I heard Otto barking at his
all they had to
earlier.
do was just make the jumping
Was it?
fancier, you know? That's literally all they had to do with 3D Mario games. But the formula is not different, any different.
There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Oh. Hold up, guys, lore. Hold up, lore. Okay. The founder. Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins of Dismekis. Not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, the few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spurning magic and staying to the shadows, and so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of this life, if it could be called that. And after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter in which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work, as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breath for his hubris. But as his estate grew, and one building became two, and two became two, three, the people began to slow their steps. And it was not long before some took to joining him on that knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die, as all men do, but those who remained continued his legacy, expanded upon it, and though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. Oh, wow. Cool. The Continental Accord. The Continental Accord, an international pact made at the dawn of the present era in which such matters as the treatment of bears and the establishment of a realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Valestian society as it stands today, including the branding of bears and their status as non-persons. It also put in place a universal calendar, marking a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one which put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. And this is a reason why I don't ever want to hear any more from that crowd that accused Yoshi P and the creators of this game, that accused them of being non-diverse and whatnot, when the core of this story is about diversity and the belittlement of people that are different from you, but also just flat out slavery. This is a very mature telling of a story that grapples these very heavy, mature, and dark themes. Everyone that criticized Yoshi P over skin color needs to shut up, because I guarantee you none of them have played this game.
Today?
Do you need any help, Miss Molly?
Because diversity is not just about skin. Sometimes it's just how you're born.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick break.
know the people I'm talking about.
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit?
Ain't that the truth?
Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos.
And the thing is, those people that were saying that, they're the kind of people that start that kind of, that get all piss off mad on Twitter, but then they actually won't go out into the real world and actually help their fellow man. You know what I'm saying? They're keyboard warriors, but they don't want to actually go out. It's like, oh, you really care about people at a disadvantage? You really care about people that are homeless? Okay. Take your ass down to the soup kitchen if you really give a shit that much. You know what I'm saying?
Front lines and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale.
Oh, a house of ill repute?
Quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
All right, houses of ill repute.
Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Alliance reports. Alliance reports are not available for viewing by speaking to Gout at the Alliance report counter. These reports compiled by the Curse Breakers contain information on quests currently available across the Alestia. Oh.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the hideaway service, anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Curse Breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. Quick look.
Oh. Okay. I want to do this one. Fast travel to him. I like that, yeah.
The tavern. It's done for. I
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Oh, I'm gonna beat their asses. Yeah. But to put the punctuation mark on my statement earlier about people that were complaining about this game and trying to call Yoshi P a racist and everything, these are also the same people that complained about Barrett being voiced by a black man. Saying it objectified black people. Yeah, you heard that. You heard that right. And I'm just like, oh my God. Good freaking God. I'm just like, good freaking God, man. Everyone loves Barrett. So the internet is stupid. But it's the same crowd, and I'm like, if you don't like Barrett, something's just wrong with you, you know? Like, if you don't like Barrett, we can't be friends, you know? Like, that's one of my red flags. I'm like, you don't like Barrett? How can you not like Barrett?
Ha! Golden Stables, my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers.
Hi, fellas.
Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
Beat your ass. Get him,
Get him, lads. I want that thing.
Let's get this out with.
Bitch.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
Hi, Martha.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
Oh, thank God, she's handing me Ultima Weapon. Right? She's handing me Ultima
and
Weapon,
there'll be a mug
right?
of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do if we're to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
I will take that mug of ale with my Ultima Weapon that you totally just gave me, right? Right? That's not Ultima Weapon! I am disappointed. I am disappointed. You hate Cloud? Why?
Hand of the hour.
And what's wrong with Cloud? And what the hell is wrong with Cloud? Nothing, that's what. Nothing's wrong with Cloud Strife. His hair? That sounds like a you problem. His hair is hard to reproduce for cosplay? True. It is that. You hate Tidus? not the biggest fan of Titus.
Oh, you're
If people like him, that's
if I'm not
fine.
mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
It depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
What about Squall? Squall is my boy. Squall Leonhard is my boy.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you? You're safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly.
Squall needs to remove the stick from his ear. Squall's too emo. You'd be emo too if your parents were completely absent in your life, were an orphan, and then the one person that you looked up to as your big sister suddenly vanished. Thus, you have attachment issues, and you're scared to trust others and let people in. You leave that man alone. I resonate with Squall Leonhart on a very deep level.
I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Yeah, then some jackass leaves a scar on your face. Exactly. Some jackass.
But how did the grocer know his dog? Can I have another cup?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
All right, that was easy.
Bread and wine.
Nobody can hate Cecil. No, nobody can hate
Hopefully
Cecil.
this'll be enough.
And here's my deal. If anybody in this chat doesn't like Tara Branford, we about to have words.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper again.
Brother, did you see? That bearer spoke to a master.
What manner of place is this?
You don't know who Tara is? You will go and buy 6 Pixel Remaster and you will play 6. You will put some culture in your life. Do it. Do it now. Okay. Okay. Damn it. Don't like Tara. I like Tina, though. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Arrest him. Arrest that man. Arrest them. Arrest them. Please arrest them. Simon says arrest them. I'll arrest them. Write a 10-page essay on the importance of Tara. Metal Wolf, I am not nearly that much of a hard ass. I expect a 15-minute lectionary on the importance of Tara to the entirety of the Final Fantasy franchise in front of the classroom tomorrow. And if you're late and don't do that oral report and presentation to the class, then you fail. You will fail. You will research the story of 6 on YouTube. No, you will buy 6 Pixel Remaster and you will play it with actual money.
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
Hell yeah, bread and wine. Bread and wine, baby.
May we? Truly?
Damn, I want some crunchy bread now.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
No.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Aww. See, guys, a quest that actually had a happy ending to it. End before they die. Quick, leave before they die. Leave before something bad happens. Damnation and no, don't, no damnation.
Master Quinton will never forgive me.
Hi.
I want no trouble.
Blight suddenly takes over.
Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue.
Yoshida, fix this.
If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
I'm allergic to wasps, sorry.
Someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me.
Well,
if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters.
You didn't call the Orkin man.
You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please. Rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
I just call the Orkin man.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
Let's go get this man him grapes. What is it with 14s? What is it with the 14 dev team and their obsession with freaking grapes? What is it with them and grapes? Excuse me, doggo. If I petted him.
After it.
Him get a treat. Torgal, come hither.
I feel good, boy.
Yeah, bro, good. I've seen the grapes in 16, yes. I have.
Fetch.
After it.
I'm just making sure I got this achievement. I'm pretty sure I did, though. Yep, we're good. So he just got extra pats for the best reasons. Oh, suddenly daylight. Those grapes better be Nintendo 64 quality. I know, right? I know, right? You about to drop a hot take in the memes channel? All right. Street Fighter only contains one street. Dalsim's not a street. Blanca, not a street. Rooftop, not a street. Factory, not a street. Yeah. Chun-Li's stage is the only street. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No, that's what you say every night. Oh, the sun.
Are you a
That must be the Vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
Are you a vampire? Are you a vampire? You are a night elf. That makes sense. Praise be Elune. Yes, praise Elune. Speaking of which, World of Warcraft, when the hell are we getting Night Elf Paladins? Good freaking God. Foolish fools not giving us Night Elf Paladins. It's over. You wish more abilities were compatible with air combat, could be done in midair. There are, you just gotta, you just gotta make it work. I'm gonna make this too many. Say, I don't know. Did y'all just see me right there? I stayed in the air pretty long there. I don't know. I don't know, man. I stayed in the air for a good little bit there.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward.
Hell
Our
yeah.
Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
Good shit. Well, looks like I'm pretty much nailed the side quest there. I do like that the side quests don't take forever.
Fancy giving us a hand? Quick look.
I do like that
Always
the side
something
quests
in
don't
there.
take forever. You know, they serve their purpose. Go do a thing, you're done. Bye.
Sound happy.
And what do you want?
I want to say
Go
this
on,
Blight
then.
blood. That's what I want to do. I want to say this Blight blood. Can I do that? Please, lady. And this gill bug. This one right here.
You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, would you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
True.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Oh! Yeah, behave, you two. Oh, she blushed hard there. Oh, yeah, she blushed hella hard there. He knows. Oh, he knows, all right. Anybody within a 5-mile radius knows.
So, we're meeting in Northreach.
Oh, shoot, I'm teleporting over here. This is beautiful. I can't say it enough, but just, God, this game. I cannot say it enough. Just, God, this game is just gorgeous. Scorpion!
Let's make this quick.
Give them all you've got, boys.
Also, if you want to keep aerial combos going, make sure you use Torgal's Ravage, because his Ravage ability is a launcher, and it can keep things in the air.
Mistakes. Don't let them get away. It's over.
Or bring him down. That too. The shop's music mostly is so expensive. I like seeing big guild numbers get bigger. Any gold mines or something. I do think they said there's something like hunts you do like later on and stuff. So that's probably where like a lot of the money's gonna come from. So hey, but you know what? I'll take an actual in-game money grind over slip us $5 for 50,000 gil. At least that shit is not in the game. Thank God. Thank God.
There. Northreach. Excellent.
Give them all you've got, boy.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel. And that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
It all smells so
Give me one of those
How
hands.
about a plum? For the apple of your...
With reds, whites, ale.
There we go.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
And what can I do for you?
Yeah, 50k, 50k. That is a lot. Who knows?
And a
We'll see.
fine, fine day to you.
We'll see what the end game looks like.
With the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
Oh, item over there. Hold on. Yay, 2 gil.
Welcome.
Buying meteorites. It's not a bad idea.
An excellent choice.
Not a bad idea.
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray branded.
Rude. Hey, girl.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway.
Oh!
Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Oh dear.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele.
Clientele.
You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
Can I?
You can trust me, yes. But
sure.
Why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do.
That's right.
Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless,
of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Clive, just roll with it. Clive, just roll with it.
However do they get that colour?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
By the way, guys. By the way. Look very closely. Sound asleep. He loves that couch. Yes, he does. Hey, buddy. He's like, why'd you wake me up? Sleepy boy. Oh, he's a sleepy boy, alright. Oh, he's a sleepy boy, alright.
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been inspected.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
Oh my.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see how this plays out.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Oh, the VA's. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Clive's like, oh god, what have I gotten myself into? Nobody tell Jill. A brotheling will go, a brotheling will go.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Is there a blonde-haired man with a buster sword and a dress dancing about in there? Also, girls in bee costumes. And a really cute girl in a red dress, just having the time of her life watching said blonde guy in dress dance about. I'm just saying. Can the Vale top the Honeybee Inn? I'm just saying. This ain't 7. Not with that attitude, it's not.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel.
Yes, can Clive cross-dress?
You so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor.
Oh, dear.
What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me.
Oh!
One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Oh, nice.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours.
Handsome.
Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Anyone and everyone can look good doing it, just depend how much work is needed for it. That's right.
I should probably start here.
She works for you.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
All right.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Oi, where's Comb Lady?
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
Told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit.
Annoying little shit.
Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time.
Damn.
Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. The dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. She didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison, Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times.
Oh, fuck this guy.
The slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Oh, good.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Oh, good. A little shit that needs curb stomping.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Excuse me, ladies.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
Of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Leviosa. That's right. That's right.
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Drugs. I'm carrying
Nothing
drugs.
dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles, which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't.
Oh, it's definitely
Strongly
drugs.
Advise.
It's definitely drugs. I should probably lay off the drugs. Excuse me, fellas, coming through with drugs.
With the right to confiscate any objects.
Spices from the
Fresh
farm.
fish, whole from the sea of
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Girl, I got
Etienne
your
sent me.
drugs.
I didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Should have read that. I'll read it next time.
That isn't a burden off my back.
Enjoy the drugs.
And this is for Etienne.
Yes, Clyde the cross-dressing drugs.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. If the guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden. All right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Hooch. Old world hooch. That's right. Drugs for hooch.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you.
Yeah.
A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
He's the herbalist. Drugs for drugs. Every jounce and jostle of the unexceptional leather sack is accommodated by an eerily melodic tinkling that is best slightly ignored. It's definitely drugs. Money and drugs.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
Nice.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment.
God.
Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
So rude.
You say these are all from... There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, it does look to be dying
Times
yarn.
are hard.
Or necklaces.
This here'll make them less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oh.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is...
Yeah, it's, how
can they afford to maintain
Yeah, it looks
them?
like they're selling, like, jewelry.
I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Jewelry or necklaces or... and whatnot. Looks to be the case, yeah. Like, dyed necklaces and stuff like that. Interesting.
I'd be dead in a ditch if it weren't for Etienne's blessing.
Let's see, what we got over here? We got pottery over here.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
There's fruit and veggies. There's the merchant lady. Oh, now I want bread. Now I want bread. There's him chilling the fish. There's seafood over here. There's shells and look, there's some shells and stuff like that. So you got all kinds of seafood over here. Damn. I want some seafood. There's the herbalist, who's a dick. Who is a total dick, by the way.
It all smells so delightful.
There's the liquor monger.
and a chine of roast antelope.
For the apple of your eye.
I said a chine of roast. Okay, but he said something else. There's the butcher selling all kinds of meat. Damn. Food actually looks great in this game.
Come, treat yourself.
Looks to be spices. Looks to be a spice trader.
You there! Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest?
Cool. Make a damn good pizza.
With the
Shit,
right to confiscate
really.
any objects forbidden.
Don't mind me, fellas. Homemade pizza. Homemade pizza is good.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
Attaboy.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Wait. After the leaves of the tabac plant are harvested, they are dried and cured for several moons to improve their flavor, being finely chopped and rolled inside a single uncut leaf. Though no other ingredients are added, the resulting cigars are possessed of a distinct aromas of vanilla, cherry, and clove. Essence of rose. It says that the petals of 20 roses are required to distill a single drop of fragrant rose oil. Brandy wine. Potent spirit made by distilling wine and then aging it in barrels for several decades. As such, it remains a luxury, even for the aristocracy. Brandy wine is like, yeah.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals?
Oh.
No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide.
So it was
and
drugs.
If you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments.
Interesting.
Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Crystals are scarce here. Interesting. Crystals are scarce here. How interesting.
The markets are a very...
Oh. See, look at this. They're not even drawing, like, look, this is a well. They're not even actually drawing out well water right here. This shows another sign of how this world works. They're not even drawing, like, actual, like, spring water out of a well. All of that water is being produced by that water crystal. Interesting. Interesting. God, I love how the functions of this world are. It's so cool.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
Don't bloody believe it! The bastard's wearing the moon and stars!
Yes.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the Dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
I'm about to beat your ass. If I remember back in the teen years, meet the day you see a slave master making a bear, use magic to refill the whale crystal. True.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
About to beat your ass.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
Sure. Get your ass up.
Alright. So you know one end of a blade from the other. Enough.
Bitch.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Huh. So it's a real challenge he wants, is it?
Sure, come on.
Fine.
Come on with it.
Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Come on.
How the bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
Knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
You got potential. I'll give you that.
Retire now.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Oh my god. What a bunch of piss ants.
Emperor's finest, thrashed by a branded. Sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he had our number, all right. Extra drills it is then.
Ah, well, at least they learned their lesson.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
What do you think?
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
Sure.
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment.
Chat, Rathlon can't really hear me right now because he's buffering. Tell him to refresh.
Of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
Try also lowering your
This town is carried
resolution.
upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Well, at least his intentions are good.
Crystal Randall's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
That's right.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
He did say be discreet.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
It's not been half a moon since Belen's tour.
Oh.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, you know Clive wanted to deck him.
I heard the bones fell favorably.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger.
Oh.
Thank you, though.
Oh, poor guy. Jesus.
The drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
I know, that broken tone, I know. Oh, the VAs are so good.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle.
Oh, jeez.
He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. No wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Oh, man. I know, Clive's like, oh. Oh, man. And you know what's funny?
You around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me
You know what's interesting? Power-wise, think about this. This is how beaten down. Think about this. This is how beaten down the branded are, the bearers are. They absolutely have the power to turn on their oppressors. They just don't realize it yet. In fact, I know I do love to quote this movie, but it's like in A Bug's Life. You know, it's like Hopper said in A Bug's Life, you know, you let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. And that's the thing. The bearers, they just haven't figured it out yet. But they're so beaten down and oppressed that they just don't even think about it. You know, it doesn't come into their train of thought to rebel. You know. But if they ever figure that out, wouldn't it be much like the War of the Magi from Six's past? Yep. Our first to use magic that they can't fight back, so by the time they're old enough to do so, they're half stone. True. But again, it's the mentality that it's the mentality that they've had beaten into them. They have literally been beaten. It's literally been beaten into their skulls that they're less than dirt and they're put there to serve. That's what oppression does to a group of people. If you beat down a group of people so much and make them believe that they're lesser than, eventually they start accepting it. But again, because it's just believed that that's just the way things are. But if they ever figure out that they have the means to throw off their oppressor's shackles, then the story flips.
Heard the bones fell favorably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale stores will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. But that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Alright. Alright, out we go. And out we go. Oh, good lord, that is beautiful. Ooh, the music got ominous out here.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Ooh, that music. Ooh, this music got ominous as hell, dude. Birds.
You, Randy, here.
Bitch, what?
You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Fine, Benoit.
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go and see that you kill the beast.
All right. Okay.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried.
Indeed.
Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Something ain't right, all right.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Oh, it's this way. Excuse me, I just need to... Good freaking God. That is just gorgeous. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it.
Beat your ass.
Stay back.
Stay down!
Just what I needed.
Don't let them get away!
It's over.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
What?
Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
What?
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
I beg your pardon? Oh my God.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Kill them. Kill them now. You know, a famous prince once said something something profound, and I think it holds true even to this day. Yeah. This entire city must be purged. I suddenly have a great need to Arthas something.
You heard me. You, Randy, come here this instant.
What do you want, you pissant?
How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Oh, fuck
Nor am I. You'll pay. pay for what you've done.
That's right.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
Oh! 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 Oh, decisions. Oh, both are such great answers. Oh my God. It's like, I want to say this one, but this one hurts more. Oh. Remember the mission.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Oh, really?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
It's a fantastic idea. Allow me to test it on you.
I'm wasting my time. I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
That is the question. How many? Torgal, get him. Bless their hearts. They just look, how they look to be young.
All victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. It never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
Jesus Christ. Now go kill that noble. I know, right?
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another.
Jeez.
Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not.
What?
Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually.
Holy shit!
Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's left two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For the help.
Raymond, you are a god, sir.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
That was the best side quest of the game. Holy shit. Damn. Whew. I like Raymond. He's a good guy. Holy shit, dude. And not a trace of... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Is that a... Oh... There's a blood spot right there. Oh... I think Ika might be a little bit behind in the stream. Y'all might want to let him know, chat. Man. That was awesome. Okay, we got another one over here.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet. If you think she's lost, please can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She has beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind.
Yeah, everybody loves
She
Raymond.
likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Okay. Is that like your dog or cat?
There's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
All right. Lose a cat or a dog or something? Or a chocobo?
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lissette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Okay.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
God. Well, hope you break your damn ankle, lady. Damn.
Chloe?
No. Silver hair on that one.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job?
Oh my god!
I hope they don't mind the interruption.
Nuh-uh! What the shit, dude? Oh my god. What the fuck, dude?
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling
Oh
you.
my God!
Can you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's
Holy
time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock?
Oh my
I
God!
only made you do a
Bro!
bit of magic.
Bro!
I knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
Others!
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
No, you listen here.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter.
You tell her, Clive.
Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
Yo, dad is a bitch.
Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again.
Holy shit.
You became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Chloe.
God damn. And the thing is, it's not her fault. That little girl. She's just a product of her environment. She didn't know any better. She's just a kid. How she viewed those people, that was taught. She's just a kid. She didn't know any better. And the thing is, the beautiful thing in this, and God, this is what makes Clive such a great character. He hit her with a truth, a hard truth, and did not sugarcoat it. Yeah, she's upset now, and he's like, good, you should be. And he told her to remember this. And the thing is, you know she's gonna remember that forever. These kids nowadays that are being raised by a bunch of bigot parents, that are being taught, you know, that people that don't look like you, or they're born different from you, that are they're lesser than you. This is the kind of truth they need to be hit with. God damn. This game is a fucking masterpiece. Like, it don't pull the punches, and there is a point. It's not mean-spirited for the sake of being mean-spirited. Like, it's mean-spirited because there's a point. And that boy that participated in the killing bears for fun, exactly. But here's the thing. Where'd he learn that from? Where'd he learn that from? Discrimination is taught. His bigot ass daddy taught him that. And that boy was nothing but a product of his bigot ass father. Holy shit. And the thing is, and here's the difference. That little girl was able to be taught a lesson. Hopefully a lesson that she'll carry. That little boy, he unfortunately paid the price for his narcissistic, bigot-ass, discriminatory piece of shit pissant father. Holy shit. Like, that's some sins of the father shit right there. And I hope, yeah, I know she's just a video game character, but holy shit, dude. God damn, this game's a masterpiece. Hopefully the boy can turn around and terrible means. No, the boy is dead. The wolf. No, that boy is dead. That's the thing. The boy is dead. Yeah, that bigger wolf they got. Wasn't a bear that bigger wolf killed. The boy died too. Yeah, the wolf got them both. It was too rabid, and Raymond let it off the chain. Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, he paid the price because of his bigot-ass father. Yeah, that's why neither of them are over here. Yeah. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. This game is a fucking masterpiece.
Had another branded drop in the field yet?
The indifference and the extreme are taught, but the fear of the others is kind of biological. We learned that during our tribal age when anything that was not with your group could kill you. Wait, what? The fear of others is biological? I disagree. No, it's not. Be wary of strangers is one thing. Fear of someone based on their social standing, of their skin color, of their identity, of their culture, that is taught. All of that is taught. And it's always, 9 times out of 10, it is always, 9 times out of 10, parents that teach that fear. That's taught. Okay? Hating said differences is taught. Children do see differences, but the teaching of to hate that difference is taught. Children are innocent. Children are innocent, and they take things at face value because that's how children are. Children take things at face value. Children become the products of their own environment. Exactly. I know this because I worked with kids for a very long time. Kids take things at face value. Fear, not hate. Even then, no. At O or 8X, I'm sorry, I must disagree. Fear of another for their appearance, or their race, or their identity, or their culture, that is still taught. That's still taught. Fear of another for who they are is still taught. There's nothing biological about that. I'm sorry, I must disagree. Yes, there is a natural fear of the unknown, for sure. But fear of people based on who they are is nothing but taught. There's nothing biological about that, man. I'm sorry, I must disagree.
What do you want? If that's what you want.
It is.
Hold on. Take it. Good riddance.
No.
What do you want? Go on. Take it.
Weren't expecting any new branded until...
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarreling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Yes. And Pinksy is also right. This is a heavy game. It is. It is. It's a very heavy game with a dark theme to it. And the entire point is to make you think. And that's good. That's good. It's good that a plot like this is bringing up these points and addressing them in a mature way, but also a very, you know, like unapologetic way, you know, because it does make you think and it does bring up discussion because it's thinking and discussion that needs to be had. And given the social issues we have in our day and age, it hits very close to home. You know, it's very refreshing. Absolutely. It's completely refreshing, you know, because stuff like this is not like that. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not pretentious, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It's not pretentious. Like, it's dark and there is some mean-spirited nature to it, but there's a point. It doesn't look like any of this will be done for cheap. Yes! None of this is for cheap thrills. And it's also not cliche. And not preachy. Yes, thank you. Preachy. It's not preachy. It makes you stop and think. It gut punches you, and then it makes you think. That's the best kind of dark storytelling. When it does gut punch you, and it does make you think, and it does make you discuss. Especially, like I said, when it's civil issues that hit very close to home, especially with what we deal with stuff day and age. See, that's a way, you know, people complain a lot of the times, you know, about, you know, in real life issues and stuff like that being brought into a video game. And there is some truth to that. Like, for example, brought into a video game in a way that is pretentious and in your face and takes the kind of the delight that it is a video game after all and whatnot. World of Warcraft is especially bad about this, aka turning women into bowls of fruit as a way of saying, look guys, we don't sexually harass women. Look, this woman that had a cleavage, we hit her, she's gone now. That kind of shit. No, this world right here has points and conflicts and things happening that are similar to what you see in real life, but it's still placed in its own world. So the feeling of familiarity is there, but it's just enough that it's still its own world. But the story that is happening around those points is still real enough that it still gut punches you. You know what I'm saying? It's pragmatic, dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. That is very eloquently put. Very, very eloquently put. You know? Because at the end of the day, this is still a fantastic story. You know, it is. Like, the world that this takes place in, it's terrible. But it's like, but it feels like it's alive. You know? And the situations that people are placed in are very believable. That's the other thing. It's believable. It is very believable. You know? Like, these characters don't feel phony. These feel like living, breathing characters, you know? And the thing is, Clive himself, it makes sense for their world. It does. And see, Clive himself is not just some goody two-shoes white knight either. But it also shows that because he can personally relate, and because he has his own sufferings and demons that he's carrying with him, he's seen enough of the ugly side of the world. He has seen both sides of the world. He's been, you know, the man of privilege, you know, and whatnot. But he's also seen the other side. He has seen both sides of this world, and he doesn't like how it is. You know what other story in Final Fantasy told this beautifully? Tactics. Oh my God. Ramzabael, Delita. Everything surrounding that. AKA, there's some class warfare going on here. God. I'm telling you, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I tell you what, I know I keep pausing, but I'm not apologizing. I'm sorry. There's no going back to how Final Fantasy was after this point. I'm sorry, there's not. There's just not. You have, like, 17 has to build from this. And you know what? I'll even say it. Yeah, you know, the MMO is aside because it's an MMO. But I'm sorry. Final Fantasy doesn't need to be not rated M anymore. Like, I never thought how I would feel about a rated M Final Fantasy, but oh my God, dude.
Until the new moon.
It's perfect.
You don't think he's a deserter?
Give me a mature themed Final Fantasy, absolutely.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the Dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it?
Miss the lighthearted moments. Yeah, and I know what you mean. But even then, like, the little lighthearted moments are sprinkled here and there, you know? They're still here, but it's not like how it was, you know?
She requires of me.
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. The soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
Oh, really?
But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster,
he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything.
Oh, I bet you would.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
I'm gonna tell her you a bitch. Oh, hello.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
All right, Torgal, get him.
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Gotta love that move. Oh my god, guys, stats. But it's totally not an RPG. Oh dear.
Damn. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant.
Oh, Jesus.
Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the Dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Oh, God.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with the Dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the Dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the Dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
I love how they brush past the fact of the blood being dry, which says the chances are the wolves didn't kill them. I wager it was the guy. Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. No, wait, look. Look. There's a sword in that one. No, I think he tried. I think he did try to defend her. I think he did try, because there is a sword in that one. I don't know if this was a Romeo and Juliet situation here. He just picked a bad place for a hook. Yeah, I think, perhaps 2 different packs. Maybe, yeah. They have been gone. They did say they have been gone for a while. So... it's possible they killed the wolves originally, attacking them, and came set upon another one after they died. It just seemed weird they mentioned the blood was dry. I think I think it's just by the fact that they had been there for a while. They've been gone for a while.
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Oh.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
No.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Veil counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army.
Is that right?
According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Not to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Oof. I need to pet the boy after that one.
That'll feel good, boy.
Oof. Man. Heavy. Tell you what. Yeah. That's right. Alright, guys. Well, it is about 12:48 in the morning, so I am going to go ahead and call it for the night. I promise, I know I've been saying I'm trying to get started a little bit sooner. I am going to get started around 7:30 Central tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. Central tomorrow, okay? Again, sorry about that. I might, since I'm at home now and jobless, I might pick a day where I might do like a midday stream at some point. But I'll let y'all know, okay? Maybe do some 14 or something like that in the middle of the day or something like that. But I'll definitely let you guys and girls know, okay? Before I go, want to say a special shout out to Glacier Wood for the membership. And thank you guys for just being a great audience as always. I know that was some heavy shit we did tonight. So go watch something happy. Go find something that'll make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Go have some ice cream or something like that, you know? That was fun. I look forward to more tomorrow. All right. Yeah. Thank you for all our first-time viewers. Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thanks for coming. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow with more Final Fantasy 16. Until then, take care, behave, and stay shway, baby. Good night.